EWT token just lit up the charts. And no, it's not some random pump. There's real momentum building, and if you have been following crypto clarity, I have been talking about Energy Web token from last couple of years. This update is exactly what you need. In this video, I'll break down to you what's driving this hype and what major partnerships are flying under the radar. I will do a recap of a few major events that happened in the past couple of years and why Energy Web token is seeing that benefit now. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So first of all, let's have a look at the chart of Energy Web token. The price chart indicates that it's up 11.5% in last 24 hours and it is growing at 160% in last 30 days. So that's a big number if you compare it to other altcoins which have seen a lot of bleed in the market when Ethereum or Bitcoin goes down. But Energy Web token has strongly performed in the last month. This move started around 8th of May, and since then it has been validating that price. But even after falling down in the drawdowns that we have seen in Ethereum and other altcoins, it has came back up. Even yesterday it was $150 and then now it's picking up again. So this is something that shows that there is momentum behind it. You can see the max supply of the token is 100 million tokens, and right now total is 69 million. So that's something that you need to look at very carefully at tokens when you're getting into altcoins. You need to look at the supply, and if the supply is high and there is no maximum supply, then it's a red flag for any altcoin. And this is a really good number. If you look at the valuation here as well, the market cap is 109 million. So as we see more people coming into it, the chances of the token to grow is higher because there is low supply and there is room to grow in terms of market cap. You can see market cap can get high into billions of dollars when real alt cycle comes in. So this is something that has room to grow still. If you look at the all-time chart of this token, you can see it peaked around $20 in April 2021, and it was the time where all the altcoins were running. So if you look at the market cap at that time, the market cap of this was around 700 million. So it's still far from the all-time high. You can see the tokens are still the same, but if we reach that market cap or trading volume, then it will obviously reach those all-time high easily. And this is still at the start of it. It has done a lot of building in this phase. The price was low in the bear market, but this shows that they have been building throughout and now they are finally getting the momentum. And as you know, on Crypto Clarity, I talk about the projects which are building real world value and real use cases are coming out of it. So Energy Web token is one of those where there is no speculation, there is more about the build and what product they are delivering in the market. So before going ahead on what partnerships and what speculation has happened and why EWT is growing in price, you need to know what EWT does. So in terms of their project, they have said clearly on their Twitter that we build open source digital technologies that help companies navigate the energy transition. So they refer themselves as a software company, not a crypto, not a blockchain or AI company. This is a decentralized energy transition company which helps multiple companies get onto the green energy revolution. And this is one of the basic distinctions amongst other crypto projects and Energy Web. You can see that Energy Web is positioning themselves as a software company, not as some meme coin or any other hype coin which does nothing and just works on speculation. This is something that they have been building in background in the bear market. I talked about their partnerships with Azure, which is Microsoft cloud environment, Amazon, AWS. So they are shipping the products, the real world products, which are going to be used and are already being used by companies which are big in their current environment. So oil companies as well. There is aviation companies which are working with them for having better and green energy sources for their projects. The best way to know about their projects and what they are doing with multiple companies in collaboration with them is to go to their Medium page. I will put the link in the description. I also come out with these kind of videos myself by creating the update video about Energy Web token. I have been talking about it all bear market. So if you want to subscribe, make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well, because this is something that you need to understand when getting into crypto. These are the projects which are building real world projects and are helping companies that are already established in the space. They also have Energy Web node, which is using their Energy Web X chain, and that's a parachain built on Polkadot. So it's connecting Web 2 to Web 3, explore numerous decentralized solution to boost business value. Then they have also amount of locked EWT tokens on that node so that people can provide their tokens and give this network more strength. Their worker node is configuring, launching, and maintaining distributed computing networks. So that's also decentralized compute and deepin as well. So that's something that you need to look at in your own time, because Energy Web Token does a lot of things, and they are all mentioned on their Medium platform and their own website as well. So if you get time for that, have a look. I'll put that link in the description. But for this video, let's talk about the main giant elephant in the room, which is BlackRock. So if you were not here earlier, a couple of years ago, there was a news that came out in August 2022, which made the price jump. And basically, there was a mention of Energy Web Token from BlackRock on their um, article, which basically said that they promote companies like Energy Web Token or Rocky Mountain Institute, which is basically building in research and development for Energy Web Token to build green proofs for Bitcoin mining. So that was something that raised a lot of eyes, and people started looking at Energy Web Token as something that is working with BlackRock. And when BlackRock got into Bitcoin ETFs, it made sense that BlackRock would want their Bitcoin to be mined in an energy efficient way. And that's where EWT token is coming in and providing those green proofs for Bitcoin mining. I don't want to sugarcoat it, but this could be one of the biggest thing that is driving this price up for Energy Web Token. BlackRock has come up with Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs as well. So, as an institution who is buying this much value of Bitcoin ETF, you can look at the numbers here. If you look at the flow daily, which is like on 29th of May, it was $125 million of Bitcoin ETFs bought on IBIT. IBIT is the ETF name for BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, and this is the reason that it could be triggering this kind of response in Energy Web Token, because BlackRock is one of the biggest institution in the world, and they hold a lot of these kind of assets which require risk and regulatory compliance. So this could be something that is part of their compliance that is driving this price for Energy Web Token. And you can see that 481 million dollars of Bitcoin is bought by this, IBIT Bitcoin ETF. So this is one of the few things that could be ranging it. There is no specific confirmation saying that it is using Energy Web Token for green proofs, but there is product for it, and they have been mentioning it earlier. So obviously there are chances that this could be one of the use cases that is being used. Another use case that is being used is the aviation fuel certificate, and you can read more about their article about Safe Sea Registry, which is one of the first ways for Energy Web, which it launched an green proof registry. So this is something that is being built from last couple of years, and they have celebrated that kind of involvement in different events. They are also involved with big compliance in Europe and other companies as well. So this is something that could be driving it again, and that's the reason I have some portfolio in Energy Web Token. I have the hope that it goes higher, but again, if it doesn't, it's the crypto market. You take out what you can from your positions. Obviously you need to create your own strategy about your coins, and you need to understand what is your main mindset about this space, where you are buying a coin just based on memes, or are you buying on utility. So that's what I do on Crypto Clarity. I try to create content about projects like HBAR, EWT, and many others which have real world use cases. So this is something that I will continue talking about. If you are new to this channel, make sure that you are subscribed for continuous energy web token updates. I will create another one when there is some news that comes out about it. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you next time.